left off from yesterday.
Oh, okay. I don't know. The stream crashed. Am I back on? Yeah. And that's weird. Like, did I stream for almost like 9 hours yesterday straight, and it did not crash at all. But well. Okay, I think I want to print the global position as well. What is... Close this, can close this. Let's duplicate this so with global. Wait, am I even moving the card 3D in the grid? Maybe I'm... Yeah, card 3D. That's my point. I don't know how... I don't even know if it's... What's the point of setting the global... checking the global position? The point's like, let's print here then. Node position. What? So here, before I hover over anything, I should see this doing the stats as well. Instead of printing here, yeah, I'll just loop real quick over the nodes. So node, nodes, node position. Yeah, so that's my point. Like, nothing here is 0. I guess maybe actually one should be like the one exactly in the center should be very close to 0. Yeah, basically this one here, so 0 point minus 1, 0 and 0 0.01. But then when I hover over, I set the position to be exactly the same, like the current position, with a different Y. Why is it? I don't understand why would set to 0. Oh, because I'm fucking stupid. Set it to 0 here. Why did I set to 0 here? Maybe before when I was... Okay. Anyway, that was a good 10 minutes that could have been completely avoided. Yeah, when if I set to 0, it becomes 0. That's... I mean, I think it should work now. Yeah, okay. So we can... I mean, it's not that smooth because like the thing is, because the card becomes a lot bigger, and then I need to move all the way out to go to the next card, which again, it might... See, I almost need to go to half of this card down here. I mean, maybe just don't need to make the card that big. Maybe the scale of 2 is too much. We just do like 1.5. Maybe that's enough. But again, I'm not too sure I want to increase the size of hover, because again, the cards are gonna be moving around. But my point is like, we can, if we want to, we can. Another test that we can do is, okay, can we clone just if we click on a card, maybe focus on it here. See if we can... That's something we can try to do. We can also go back to the zoom idea. But to be honest, I'm not even sure if I want the zoom, because like normally the zoom is to... Because again, we cannot technically zoom... I mean, we could zoom out more, but the only reason to do that, I think, is if we had like really cool scenario, which maybe in the future we will. But for now, I would expect like there's no reason to zoom out more than this, because like here you can see the whole battlefield. So the only reason would be to zoom in. But then again, like if we can enhance the card somehow, and to be honest, like even here, I can already comfortably, at least on my monitor, see the numbers like really well. In fact, yeah, like this is fine. Like this is as clear as the 2D version, at least for me. But sure, we're still not there's not that much room for buffs and debuffs. Oh, and here, for example, if we hover over here, then the card is out of the screen, right? Because we're already at max zoom. So we probably, I mean, we can make it like a bit smarter, but again, if we move it a bit down, then it's gonna cover this card. For now, I don't, again, I'll just set this to 1.5 and I'm not gonna play with the zoom anymore. Maybe we can try some, okay, let's try some twins then. Let's try to make a card flip. That's all we wanna do, just make the card flip. Let's say flip and land on its back. When we, let's say we hover, and then the card, oh, okay, no, let's just do a card, because I don't have the card back yet. Let's just do, instead of scaling, I want to hover. Okay, we want to hover, and then flip the card on its back, and when we move the card out, then the card flips back up. Let's see if we can do that. So let's remove these prints. Let's set this to, let's say 1.5. Again, hard coded here, it's fine. The position, maybe also it doesn't need to be that high. Now we want to create probably like another class, which you or do we do card extensions? Now let's create a card animator of some sorts. Right, let's, so here code, let's say gameplay battle. Let's create a new class here called card animator. Just call card. I don't know if there's another. Actually, I can just check. Card any. Okay, it's nothing like this. So let's create a card animator. What? I think it always it was adding like this before. Why is he asking me now? So let's say this guys can do static class, so card animator. Here we're gonna have a public void flip. And we want the card 3D as a parameter. It's our card. And that's it, right? And now we wanna var tween close create. How are we calling tween? Tween. Here, create tween. Guess do we need like using Godot? I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Like, maybe I cannot do that in a static class. This is a static class. I know, but here, yeah, but here I'm passing the tween. This one is a floating text. What else do I have? Create tween. Yeah, battle animator. What is this? It's a control. Okay, let's not do a static class then. We can just do a card animator. This, I guess it can be a node then. I guess we'll do that in the battle. So here in the battle, we're gonna create a new node called card animator. And here we're gonna get our card animator script attached to it. Make unique name. What is the thing? I add this a partial class one. Okay. I mean, then I guess so. Here our twin. No, let's create one for each function. Let's keep it separate. So, I mean, this is probably something that the AI can do really well. So do C#, Godot, create a twin that will flip a card in the in 3D. Okay, it's doing this with a parallel twin. So one is rotating the card and the other is just moving up and down with in parallel. What is... Man, what is DeepSeek doing? This looks crazy. Okay, because it's setting up the whole thing. Okay, fine. The twin is just here. Same thing. Rotate. It's rotating. And then rotate again. And then bounce. Okay, but it didn't follow. I say like flip a card in the air. I don't think it's adding again the Y component, the vertical component of the thing. Okay, enhanced version with elevation and better visual effects. Okay, everything is running parallel. It's doing the rise and fall on the same thing, which I think makes more sense. Because like I don't understand. I don't even think this one is. It's like if they both run in parallel, they kind of like nullify each other from what I understand. And there's some scaling. Okay, let's just copy this like exactly. See how. Try to understand a little bit here. Let's clean up now way. So set parallel, fine. Understand this. Actually, did I, what is? Again, I don't think we care about this. Like we always rotate. I mean, the target rotation. I guess we want our target rotation, like our current rotation. I don't care if it's flip or not. Like we're always gonna flip like half. So we just get rotation. How do I get the current card dot rotation? At dot C sharp. How to get a target rotation 180 degrees. Current rotation. A rotation plus hi again, Ankh. How's it going? Trying to make the cards flip here. Yeah, I mean the game is live. But like in alpha, like there's still a bunch of bugs, but you can play. You need to get a key on Discord though. Yeah, we have like showing up in 3D. We can scale them or whatever. We're trying to do we're just trying the 3D stuff. Now we're trying to flip. But yeah, if you wanna play the game, you need to just ask for a key in Discord. I'll send it to you. Furthermore, we can send it to you as well. And then you need to go on itch.io and download. If you want, then we can even play on stream if you want. We can battle. I can show you how to play. No, right now cannot play on mobile. I mean, that's part of what we're doing. So the idea is to have the battle be vertical here to be a more mobile friendly. I mean, that's not just the only reason. It's mostly like the mechanics, but like it's gonna help a lot on the mobile version. But for now, you need the desktop to play. I guess I can just do the same thing here with, let me try. So target rotation go equals card dot rotation with y equals card dot rotation plus 180. Why is it complaining? Rotation dot y. Yeah, the main difference, so if in the live version right now, I mean, I'm not gonna log in now, but everything else is basically the same. With the main difference is that the battle, like there's no this like 3D battle, like the battle is, let me show you here. Yeah, it's like this, right? On the UI and there's like a horizontal version, but that's it. Like you can play. I can again, like it's supposed to be an MMO. Like you can play with me on stream, or you can play with people offline, or maybe with the more as well. But there are modes that you can play by yourself as well, like this one. So you don't need anyone to play. Okay, so this flip duration. What's the flip duration here? It's too far. Can we hear the new music? I think so, but I don't think I've heard it while playing on stream, so maybe there's something off. Because like I did add here in the audio manager. See, I added all the way to track 30. But I don't know, because it is playing randomly, right? So let me check here. What is it? Yeah, get a random song. So yeah, it should be playing. My point's like it, maybe just because the chance of playing the actual new songs, right? Like should be lower. Just because like, yeah, there are more. The thing's like it should be like around like 33% to listen to a new song. So I'm not sure. Let me check the. Let me look at that function again. Maybe I'm doing random wrong, like the old way to do random. Next. I don't know, looks correct. I mean, one way that we can try is to just remove the old songs and then just add them again. I mean, just on this cache version here. So in fact, I can do this now. Let me go here, assets, sound, songs, areas. So here, let's say the old world song, world songs. Let's just remove anything below 20. Okay. So in theory, now at least while in the world, should only play new songs or no song at all. If it's or if we hear any old song, it's also there's something up. But while let me just fix this also to press play. Um, out in out quad. Why does it say cannot? Okay, let me get this set card elevation here. Dot position. Card dot position with height y equals height. I don't know why it's saying cannot do out quad, where Maybe rider. I just remember what it was typed, but anyway, let's just do out, and then in. Okay, so now what we do here, instead of, let's say, instead of calling scale, actually, this card animator should it be in the battlefield? Because I'm thinking, like, for example, something like a flip, it makes sense for the card to know how to flip. But if you want like cards to interact, to have an orchestrator in the battlefield, it makes more sense. Mm. I don't know. Can also pass the card animator to the card. For now, again, like we just try out stuff. We don't need doesn't need to be super clean for now. Let's just put a card animator here on the card. So we're gonna do a card animator. Gonna come to our card 3D and add the card animator. Oh, we didn't make it to, okay, we need to save it as a scene. So save branch as scene, Battles 3D, card animator. Here we place the card animator here with a unique name. I should be working now. All we do is do a card flip. So here, let's just comment out the scale and do card animator dot flip our this. Let's run it. Okay, I need to make a mental note as well to put the songs back, assuming they're working. Yeah, I can hear a song, and I don't think that's an old song, right? Okay, increase the volume a little bit. So it should be working. Maybe I'm just not paying attention or just being unlucky with the. Okay, let's see. Flip. Flip. Why not flipping? Yeah. The twin proper rotation degree does Yeah, this doesn't actually, like, this name doesn't really look very C sharp. I think it's just rotation, right? Look at this. Can I even, how do I do, can I do card, no, battle animator, right? Let me see how I was doing the twins way before. I don't think I did any rotation though. Position, do I do, if I see an X or Y somewhere? No. I mean, I guess we can go on the documentation here. Let's do twin. Yes. Yeah, but okay, I guess there's no way to do Y, or maybe that's shorthand in GD script. I mean, it is rotation degrees. But where does this specify the axis? Yeah, I think I added, I think 9 of them, 9 of the 10. There was just one that was like super repetitive. Like, even just checking it out, I was like already like pissed off with that song. But the other 9, in fact, I think there are some really cool ones. I'm not but I think that now it's only gonna be playing the, I know, now that I'm in the battle, it should be playing the battle ones. I'm not sure. At least when this song finishes. Can you wait? Oh, card emitter. I mean, I'm already doing target rotation, so that's the thing. I think don't need to specify the Y. This should work. This is scale here. This we can do vector 1, dot 1 times 1.1 f. Yeah, actually, this sounds like a battle song. Like, it's a bit more like hype or fast. But see, I think that was a coincidence because like the, what was it in the audio manager here? I think I only changed the, didn't touch the battle tracks, right? So actually, let me put the world songs back. Your world. Okay, let's see if the flip's gonna work as well. Let me close the audio manager. Man, what? Man, this was in the docs. Maybe because it's default to GD script. Let me. I mean, it does do here the position with this notation. I think the issue is just it's not called rotation degrees. I think in should just be rotation Y then. And what is it called then? No 3D rotation. Should I try just rotation? Another thing takes so long just to check out this stupid text. Okay, let's just try all of them and make sure we test them all. So no rotation, it's not. The other one is rotation degrees. The other option could be rotation degrees Y. But I'm pretty sure I tested this already. Can also be capital. No, but like this in the better no, it's not capital. Like here, it's lowercase. Position. Let's check our node here. Let's say car 3D. Yeah, this property is editing the spectrum in degrees. If you want to use degrees in a script, use rotation underscore degrees. So that's it. Like that's the one. And it should work. Rotation decreases. Oh, wait, because I'm doing on this, right? So that's the object. We need to do the on the card. So here, card. And actually, let's remove those prints. How was I printing all of this stuff down here? Let's gd.print. Okay, it's it's not what I was planning, but it is rotating. I can work at McDonald's now flipping burgers. Huh? So we should now rotate on the Y axis. I think we want to rotate on the X. No, on the Z. I think rotate on the Z axis. But why is it not like rotating again? Because the idea was like when I move the mouse out, it should rotate, should flip, right? So we do with Z, equals Z plus 180. And now let's figure out why it's not flipping back. Because like when I do card, so flip, flip, and again, like the flip should be the same because like it should just flip like this and then continue. Let's see. My guess is that we're just overriding the, like, creating a tween before the other tween finishes. But I'm not sure. So I'll just keep my mouse on top of the card until, okay, fully flips and then out. Okay, it did flip again, but not. I think it's like stuck trying to. Could also be like if 360 degrees the maximum. I don't know if this is smart enough to. But man, like, it does feels quite smooth. I wonder. Actually, so my guess is not this. It's not just the duration of like keeping the mouse position. It's just that I think here is getting to the limit, and then if it's over 360, it's just gonna like it's gonna be capping that at 360. Um, I don't know how to. What is even called? Is it normalized? What happens if I set the rotation to something over 360? Yeah, so that's my point. So if you say like 450 should still be equivalent to 90. Yeah, so how to convert to keep between 0 and 360. Because I don't want it to keep flipping, and then it's like, yeah, dealing with the thousands and millions. Okay, let's try this rep here. But I'm still not sure that this is the issue. While it's loading, like, what else could it be? Because I mean, the twin is playing. But then it is messing up the stats, but yeah, then the card does not come back. Well, actually, maybe it did. Man, it's so satisfying to flip the cards. Imagine when it's actually working properly. Uh, I wonder if let's do 0.1 here just to make sure that it is working, but we just cannot see the card because it goes below the black part of the arena. I think it's just a rotate because again, like I think the reason I can see the stats is because like the card is backwards, but we can still see the text. I mean, maybe it's we can start putting the card back right after we can do the flip, but actually, yeah, maybe we need to do this now so we can see very clearly what's happening. Let me just take a look again on this call, like, and I'm pretty sure in this rotation here because okay, Z, get our rotation, Z, add 180, and, and cap it between 0 to 360. This is correct. We add the card rotation, the Z rotation, that's between that over the duration. I don't think the is here matters. Between a method, no, I mean, I never use this, but I mean, apparently it works. And there is some scaling here with this delay. But again, none of this should matter. The problem is like when we twin, do we need to like delete the twin somehow? I don't remember. Twin parallel twin. No, I just create a new twin here. Create a new twin. I don't know. This, as usual, looks complete. I, I I don't see any problem with this, but it doesn't work. Okay, let me try to, so if I go here to the card, if I just keep doing, so let's say I'll do rotation, rotate. Yeah, see, I can just keep going, rotate infinitely. I don't understand. Maybe again, maybe because it's in radians, or so let's do math.pi. Is that the problem? But then the rep, I don't know. Let's see. Actually, I mean, in the meantime, let's do the card back. So here in our card, we want to, I guess we duplicate the background and we do card back. Make this unique. And we're gonna flip. So we're gonna geometry here. What is the rotation? I need to rotate the mesh, yes. So flip faces. Okay, I can just flip the face. So card back. For now, let's just use the element as a card back. So because like we didn't. Actually, I mean, I think we have. Images, cards, back. I mean, we just have the alpha. Okay, let's just add the, because actually it's good to see if it's to be a bit different as well. So let's add the in the material albedo. Here we have our. I think it's upside down, right? The whatever. Let's see in the game how it's gonna look. Hi, something stupid. Type of Pokemon is it is it's a auto battler card game. I'm just trying to turn it to, like, I'll show the battle plays in this like 2D fashion here. I'm trying to make it 3D now. Because, I mean, there's a billion problems with being like this horizontal battle. So I'll skip it here. Now trying to make the card flip. But it's quite hard. I mean, alright, I'm struggling with it. This pie here is not working. What is? Yeah, so let's go back here to the 180. But I mean, this is still not gonna work. I mean, but let's, while we think about it, let's load it again and see what else can it be about the rotation. I mean, the card back looks good here. But, I mean, the card is not... Like, why is it not flipping back? And I guess it should be... It cannot be exactly at 0 position as well. So we're gonna... Let's add the 0.01 here. I mean, my only guess left is that, and I guess we can check here. So let's see let's print the rotation. cd.print card dot rotation. Because if they're all the same, for can even do a Z here. If they're all the same, then it basic. The twin is not. Maybe keeps the state of the card internal to the twin, but it doesn't change the card. I don't know how it works, but that would be my guess. So rotate. So from let me clear this. Let me try to rotate just one card. So here. And also the position is not really... Yeah, but anyway, it gets... See, it gets stuck to this 3.14 and it never increases. Like now it's always gonna be 314, right? I mean, or it changes very, very lightly. And this is in radians. That's my point. So it is at 0. The twin keeps rotating, and then it gets to the end, and then it doesn't rotate more. But is that because of the rep? I felt it's between min and max. Okay, in Godot, you are mixing radians and degrees. And rotation in radians, the property name rotation degrees, or in degrees, fine. Okay, let's just if it's as simple as that. So rotation degrees is rotation degrees. Why did I choose Godot? Ask something stupid. Multiple reasons. So before I was using Unity. I mean, actually, this game was from scratch using Godot, but I was very familiar with Unity before, and I just tried out Godot, and it was, I don't know, it just felt like so much better, so much faster, smoother, simpler, everything. So I just like the engine. But the second reason for this game in particular, because like this game, the point is to be open source, and I want everything to be open source, including the engine, right? So it's not, so we wouldn't have a problem like with Unity changing the pricing, and there's like licensing, all that kind of thing. Like just trusting corporations to not screw up. I like Godot being open source, and I think it would fit well here. Okay, I think the flip is kind of working, but I guess, yeah, now I need to hold the mouse until the very end and then take it out. But it's kind of buggy. I need to, probably just need to prevent it to flip while it's still flipping. But I mean, that's something. Something stupid like, are you a dev, or like have you used Godot or Unity or Unreal, or are you just playing games? Like, what are you up to? How am I gonna do this? 'Cause I don't. Do I need to track on the card, say if it's flipping? I could track it in the animator, have a list of all the cards. Okay, so if you're a web developer, I think Godot would, it's very similar. Like you're gonna be very familiar with. a lot of the UI is it's not exactly like CSS, but it does have some similarities to it. And I mean, coding is very straightforward, and you can, I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming you're using JavaScript for web dev, but here in Godot I use C#. Many people use GDScript, which is very similar to Python. I mean, I think technically I could. Nah, okay. Well, I'll just track it here on the card. Bool is flipping. It's false. So here before we flip. So now in fact let's just do a flip. Flipping equals true. Flipping equals false, and we just sandwich this in the middle. We're just gonna call flip. Flip. And I need to check. I should in the flip here. I just check if is flipping return. I'm mostly working backend with Java, but C# seems very similar. Yeah, man, like I worked with Java before, man. Java and C# is they're basically the same, like very similar. I mean, nothing against Java. I think it's pretty good. It's very robust as well. I don't know, but I remember when I was working with Java, there was like some things that were like annoying. I think C# is just like better Java, but I mean they kind of, because like with gaming, so Unity uses C#, Godot basically uses C#. But for example, I think for Android is, I think it's in Java or Kotlin, which I think it's similar as well. So I think it depends, like for game dev, Java is okay, but then you need to maybe probably check mobile. Did you make the cards yourself? No, I mean it's a hybrid. So the cards are AI based, but then I added the image and then I, how to say, like do some composition. So like it's not just like a one image. So for example, see here, like I hover over the card and like the background is moving a bit because like the background is one image with like a shader on it, and the model is something else, and then the stats and the abilities of the cards is like, so there's this composition. But mostly I use AI, and it's not just I could pay like freelancers to do it, but again, back to the open source nature, the thing about AI that I don't see many people talking about it, but for me it's the most important, is like, then like there's no IP, there is no license, there's no creator in a way. So like in a way, I think if it's perfect, like in this like open source game that everybody owns, right? Like you don't need to be dealing with like, but what about the art? Do you need to replace the art? Like who owns that? Like no, everything is open, everything is free, everything, you can just spin up a copy of the server and run it yourself, and AI kind of allows to do that. But mostly, like, yeah, I add it on a GIMP or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna see how, like, there's a new AI with like Nano Banana. I think it's gonna. I have a lot of ideas of what cool things to do with the cards as well. Anyway, let's see if the flip is working. Not quite. Like this. Did I forget to flipping through? Flip this. Actually, I don't know how this flip. Maybe the. Can I await the? I think I need to await the twin. This is gonna be annoying. Man, let's return the twin here. Now we just do var twin. We twin. I'm concerned that it's gonna put like some memory leaks or something. But we can do twin finished. And then just move this over here. Okay, perfect now. Is something stupid again. Doesn't AI generated images have some sort of copyright issues due to the model having potentially used copyrighted images of training? I don't think that's. I think people are discussing that. I don't think this is an official stance, right? And I guess it would depend. Let's say if I can use like so many different models to create the art, so it's hard to. But let's assume. Let's say I only use ChatGPT, right? And then let's say ChatGPT did something shady and then trained with people without their consent. Like, then I guess then, yeah, like technically they could like they could make some official thing in some countries that's saying that it's against the copyright of the thing. Like, but that's the point. Like, it's such a gray area and it's so impossible to even know, like, to even enforce, because again, like, and also, like, how do you, like, you pay a freelancer, how do you know that he didn't use an AI image? And the whole point is, like, let's say that's the case, like, the point about being open source and everything, like, it's just like, countries do things like differently, right? So maybe some country is gonna say, like, yes, that's not fine. Some is gonna say that's fine, and then okay, so then just host the server somewhere where it's better is fine. And but again, like I don't know, it's such a, but I'm betting that there is no way that they can like that people can come up with a solution that is people are gonna be happy with. And people keep on this like about like artists, like look at the amount of time I'm asking AI to code. Like code already replaced, like AI already replaced. I'm diagnosing myself with like AI doctors getting whatever, like advice instead of like calling a plumber or like electrician that you can talk to an AI. The whole coding here, like all junior programmers are basically gone. Like AI is disrupting absolutely everything. I don't know why people keep focusing about images. Like images is one of the least of all the concerns. Man, this is quite. I just like flipping the cards here. Okay, where do we put this? Because it feels a bit redundant for the card to have a flip and then the card animator to flip as well. I mean, I think we just track everything here. So let's start like organizing this a bit better. So it's flipping comes here. And then I guess we just go back to just, we just call card animator flip. Okay, if it's flipping, we return. Set flipping to true. And when the twin finish, we set it to false. And now, yeah, we don't need to return the twin again. Yeah, that was like getting such a cold smell here. I mean, probably this should we configure up here. I mean, you can also just pass some configurations here, because then we can keep changing. I don't know if I want to create a class just for that. Let's just use parameters here. So let's call float duration equals 0.5f float height So for example, now we can even try, let's say faster, if it looks cooler or not. And check if it's still working. No, that's too fast. It was a lot. It felt a lot better to flip when it was slower. Man, I kind of want to do some mechanic with the cards that where like they hide or something. Let's say if I flip, let's say like they're out of the game, they cannot take damage or something when they're flipped. I think that's gonna be really cool. I don't want to just make them mark them as dead as flipped, because like I think you want to see the card that is dead. Okay, something stupid says, yeah, by the way, how long do you think it would take for you to finish the game? Well, I mean, technically the game is playable right now, like in alpha. Like it's still bugged, but like it is functional. Like there's a bunch of for example, can play the mode, like for example this mode here. You can choose your cards, like you can level let's say I'm gonna position. So for example, I can play the game right now. I'm gonna skip. Actually, okay, let's see the. Let me just speed up then here. For example, this one would be kind of like, say, like a tower mode, right, where you keep like going up. And like it's in this case, like this guy here has the rebuild, so it's getting like armor all the time. So that's why the battle is taking a bit longer. So I'll just skip it, but you see. But then, like, let's say you go to stage 3, you can choose one more card, and you can see the cards that you have here. So that's one mode that you can play by yourself. You can fight this. It would be the PvE. You can play this is also working. So for example here, and just pull like a random team. So these are the cards. For example, these are the cards that I have in this account here. This account just to try it. But yeah, there's a bunch of cards with a bunch of abilities. Like they're all functional. There is this PvP. I mean, like, and you can play with other people. I mean, again, like right now there's not many people playing because like it's still in alpha. In fact, you even like need to. I mean, if you want a key, you can join the Discord. I think there's a link in the description somewhere. If not, please let me know. I'll send you the Discord link. But you can get a key. You can technically play the game. And you can PvP. The most fun is actually the PvP mode, which I cannot really show you right now because like you need somebody else to play. Because like instead of you putting your cards, actually let me start from scratch. Because like in PvP, you don't see the opponent's team, right? Like you're facing a friend or again like somebody in some event, and like you need to choose a card, and then let's say you put this card here, and then they choose a card. And because like you cannot repeat cards, like you can try to screw with the plan by picking the cards that you think they're gonna take. There is also okay, I need to. There's these fonts events here that happens like every other day, for example. Right now it's showing here the pool at 0, but there is a divine energy pool, which is the token of the game. So answering your question, how long is it gonna take to finish the game? I would consider like the game is playable right now it's not super stable, but it's playable. And to finish, like I would consider, like, I don't think it will ever be finished because the whole point is like a live service game, right? Like it's an MMO that should always be improving. But the most concrete answer would be like when I think I will have in a state that like to launch, let's say maybe another 6 months. That would be my guess. And we'll see how it goes. Like I started like this like streaming. Like my plan is to stream like every time I'm working on the game, I will be streaming. And I started yesterday, so we'll see how. But it is, I think it is going good. Like I'm progressing faster, I guess, just because like I have to say out loud what I'm thinking and focus on just coding stuff. I don't know, watching YouTube videos or whatever. So we'll see. Hopefully it's gonna be faster. And ideally, if, I don't know, maybe more people want to contribute to the game as well. Maybe that can speed up. Card animator flip. Okay, what am I doing now? So the flip is working. What is the next test? Do you want to try to add effects already? Maybe we can try to add some particles, like some fire, some explosion. Because that's gonna be important as well in 3D. Oh, looks cool. Seems like you already had a lot of progress. Yeah, there's a bunch of... There's a lot done already. I think the most difficult part is... It's behind us, like... Maybe... I mean, there's a bunch of things that, again, like they're kind of functional, but they're like still like in this like skeleton phase. For example, the chat here is it's very simple. Like there's no, but like we have a chat, but we would need to have like channels. For example, we want like guild channel, trade channel, or be able to DM people, right? Like so, like the skeleton is here, but we can go and stop improving the chat. Same thing, for example, have the trade here. But I mean, the UI kind of sucks. There is a bunch of... Oh, actually, see, I'm scrolling here. It's moving the background as well. So like a bunch of the things, like they are functional, but very far from polished. And that's it. So the main thing that I'm focusing on right now is because like people that try out the game, the main concern or complaint or whatever you wanna call is that the game was still a bit confusing, and especially because like the battle mechanics here. So I'll just give you a very quick overview. The battle has like 2 environmental effects, and they are random every time, right? And then they have these effects that only in these specific positions. So like the goal of the game is like you place your cards in your grid here, and then the opponent places on their grid, and then they fight automatically, right? Like that's why it's like an auto battler card game. So these environmental effects affect the whole battle. But these, let's say this position effect, would affect just this card here, right? So this card here in this 3 elemental position, when the battle starts, you would have like elemental 3 here. If I move it somewhere else, you wouldn't get it, right? Now, there is already like, it's already not super intuitive because like there is WSG, what is it? Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know if it... Hey, Shanky codes random stuff. Yeah, I'm explaining to something stupid here. He's asking about the progress of the game. I was showing how to... Basically the gist, how the game is played. So, yeah, you place the cards... You place the cards somewhere and then the battle automatically, right? But that's the things like so. But for people to understand these mechanics, it was without any tutorial or anything. Like it was a bit tricky. And also like just this, like the way to fight here, like horizontally from like left to right, is very counterintuitive because of how some of the abilities work. A lot of the abilities say like, oh, the cards in front of you, behind you. And so like this really looks like the front line, but it should be facing up and down. And so the idea is to move, to not only to have the battle 3D, but to have they like vertical, right? Like one team in front of the other. Was the background error fixed? What background error? I dealt with so many errors yesterday, I don't even know what you're talking about. You mean the Gemini? Is the main focus PvE or PvP? The main... I would say like the main focus is PvP, but I wouldn't even call a focus. Like again, like they both having they're both gonna get like a decent amount of development, love, whatever you wanna call. But right now, I think the most fun is the PvP, because PvP, as I say, it's a lot more strategic. With PvE, you can kinda... You can almost beat every part of the map, even when you're like hard, like very under-leveled, right? Because like, for example, cards level up. But because again, like the strategy is so good, again, like the gameplay strategy is... Like there's so much room to play well. Normally it's kind of easy to beat on the PvE, so I think it's a lot more fun on PvP. And I think the PvE is gonna be a lot more fun when we do things like co-op, right? So if there is like a dungeon or a raid or some guild things to do together, then I think PvE is gonna be a lot more fun. I mean, I still like the best PvE mode right now is this, like to go up this in this ascend here, and that's another way to get rewards in the game. What else? But I mean, so but I don't know, the co-op thing, I don't know how easy it's gonna to do. I'll probably start with something simple, just something like I don't know, you can expectate your friend's game. But the problem with this, especially like now with this like MMO that nobody's playing, is kind of this called like the chicken and the egg problem, right? Because like the most fun is the PvP, but then you need people to play the PvP. So actually that's why I did put a bit of love in this mode here, so people can play the PvE by themselves while there's not many people playing the game. Um, but I don't know if Shanky is still there. Like, I don't know if you talk about the Gemini problem I could not fix. Everything else I did fix. Like, everything related to the game I did fix. Anything, the Gemini, I think it's, I don't know. I gave up. Now I'm thinking what to do here. Next, I can try to... I can just keep doing these like twin things. I can let's say I can try to make a card attack another. It's probably something we can do. Next step. Oh, again, we can go and try like doing particle effects. Maybe that's a big jump. Or we can just, or maybe we can continue improving the card, because like just putting the card back here, I think it was cooler. Maybe we can make the, can put the abilities on the card, can put the level, some shaders. Any ideas for the chicken and egg problem? Yes, so there are a couple of things that we can do. I don't want to do them right now because I want, first I want to do this, like I want to completely switch to these 3D battles before 3D vertical battles. Again, the vertical part is important. When I switch to I don't want to do any of the ideas before the game is a bit more stable and the battle is 3D and vertical, because most of the ideas of the chicken and the egg relies basically around marketing, right? So I need to get players to, well, just try out the game. And again, it don't need to be like a huge marketing push, but just need to get some players to try the game and then see how it works, see if people are having fun, fix the bugs. Once it's more stable, get more people, and then continue from that. But there are some things already kind of in place. So as I say, like for example, there is these events, right? So like this event here, like these fonts that give out the divine energy, they happen at a specific time. So ideally, people would play at that time, so everybody would be online at the same time, because like there is this event happening at a specific a predictable interval. So that's something that is already in place. Second, I don't know if I mentioned, but like, so the game has like crypto integration, right? Like, I mean, the game is still free, like people can play for free, like there's no need to put money or anything, but people that like want to be involved on the crypto part, they can essentially like get paid to play even without paying any cents. Is basically with skill based, right? So another option, we can like legit just put, like I can put money out of my own pocket in the prize pool, right? And then people would be incentivized to come just for like making money, right? But like essentially would get people that are like are there playing the game regardless. Once you do the market, you can also, and this would help if, because like there is what is it? I mean, this is still not finalized. I actually, man, this hole here is bothering me. I'll probably wanna put more one more benefit here just to fit this. But like when we do the marketing, like you can do, like we're gonna do like this alpha sale, and then this should raise enough money that we can do a bunch of cool events, and then people would show up and so on. I'm not sure if this stream is gonna help as well. I think, because like if I'm working on the game all the time and people see me online like almost every day, and for example, I would probably want to try something like you can play people on stream, right? Like for example, I could just play people while streaming. So maybe that's that might be fun. Like it can kind of be this like maybe I can create some mini events related to the stream. But I don't know. Like I don't wanna. I wanna learn how to stream properly. Like I tried streaming like a year ago before, but just more like just to show, most like just talking. But this like being consistently. The idea now is to consistently like stream the development and playing, if there are people to play. So we'll see if that also helps. But I'm open to ideas if anyone has any idea as well. Yeah, just in fact, like there's something I don't know if I showed you, but we have also this like there's a tool here like with the card creator, so people can create the cards to the game, like exactly how I create the cards, right? You can set the stats here, and you can put the abilities and like, and then if you design the card, like your name would be here, right? I mean, right now everything is designed by Games on the Block, but if somebody designs a card and it gets integrated into the game, that will be here all the time. Won't crypto make the game sound scammy to many people? Yes, in fact, it already did. Like, man, it's kind of funny because like I feel like I'm in like no man's land, because like if I show this game to like the gamers, and if I mention crypto, everybody, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. And if I show to the crypto people exactly the same thing, they're like, okay, bro, but like you just talk about gameplay. How can I make money, right? So it's hard to please both sides. The thing, my hope is that, you see, like I don't like people. They don't need to know that it's a crypto game to play the game. And so see, like, how can it be a scam if it's free? Like I don't I don't know. Like, you don't need to create. You don't need to have a crypto account. You don't need to have a wallet. You don't need to have anything. Like, don't even need like an email. Like, you put a username, password, and then bam, like you can play the game. So, but sure, like again, if my hope again, like if you just, I think you just need to prove, right? Like just, sure, like 90% of the people, I think, yeah, they're gonna hear crypto, they're gonna say, okay, it's a scam, and then they're gonna run away. That's fine. But once, like, I think many people are playing, let's say one guy plays and say, oh, okay, it's not a scam, and then they tell his friends, and the friends say, oh, it's a scam, and the friend like, no, it's not a scam. Like, again, just don't put any money. Like, you cannot be scammed if you don't put any money. Like, so anyway, that's my hope. But yes, I know it's an uphill battle. I don't think it's gonna be easy. But for me, this is very important, that I'm gonna keep my stance. Because like look, like all these problems, like recently, like even had like the other, I mean, earlier, was it today or yesterday, had one guy here with the Clippy profile, which is kind of like this movement that people like annoyed with, that you don't own anything more digitally, right? So, or I don't know if you're much of a gamer at all, but if you follow, let's say, Steam or itch.io, they're delisting games because Visa or MasterCard did not said like, so like, how you need to remove the game. So like, you have all these like DRM games with DRM that just make everything super annoying. When I was a kid, like I remember, I mean, right now you technically still can. For example, if you play Magic or Pokemon, you can like trade your cards, right? You can do whatever. You can give it to a friend, you can burn them if you want. Now, if you play like normally games online, including Magic, for example, and I think the new Pokemon game, I'm pretty sure like you cannot trade cards, right? So in my opinion, they're going backwards. And that's what crypto solves. My point's like, the solution is right there. Like, you don't need to do a crypto scam. Like, crypto is just a technology. For me, it feels very similar to like people in the 90s saying that internet is a scam because you getting a bunch of scams from like the emails from the Nigerian prince. Like, I don't know, but I get it. Like, I'm it makes sense. Like, because 99% of the crypto things are scam. Like, I get it, people that think it's a scam, but I think it's a shame, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Is like, hey, just try to do something that's not a scam to show that it's possible, I guess. Let's just... I don't think I need these comments now. Just clean up this and try to do an attack. Does that make sense? Like, am I being crazy or am I not clear? Like, feel free to how to say, like, it's not question me, how do you call, like, challenge my assumptions again. Like, I want to know if I'm wrong. Actually, I don't think we need to be passing the card here every time, because like if the card animator is from, I think we just pass in the beginning by a public void init. No, update, I guess. Sure, but why is it so important to integrate it even if it sways away 90% of the potential players? Because again, the point is not to, like, I don't want to make a mediocre game just that sells well. For me, it's a lot more like ideological, right? I like crypto. I see as a very, very critical technology that we're gonna need. Well, already, I mean, that we need right now. So if that sways away people, well, so be it. Again, like, I think it is the future and necessary, and I think it is for gaming in particular. Like, it's a perfect match. So I think it's the same argument of, for example, why not just put a bunch of, like, I don't know, battle passes and daily quests that get people addicted to your game, right? Or don't, and then start with like some microtransactions. Like, that's how you make money. Like, that's the optimal way to make money, is like you trick people into, how to say, like, getting addicted to your game, which is essentially just an addictive chore. This is especially true with mobile games. But like, yeah, I think there will be a similar question. Like, yeah, why not just do that again? Because like, that's not the point. The point is that I'm not happy with the current games. Like I don't know how old you are, but like, I'm 35. I remember playing like a bunch of MMOs that I think were really great. My favorite one's called Ragnarok Online. I don't know if you know about it, but again, think of Tibia, Ultima Online, RuneScape, World of Warcraft. Everybody had their own MMO, right? But they are, I mean, some of them still exist, right? But that's the thing, like it's like the best MMO right now is like it's a game that is like 30 years old. Like it's not like, and they have all these problems with bots, with AI, with whatever, or just or like a server architecture that doesn't scale. So I think we need, like, I just want to play as well. Like I want this like good MMO to exist, but like it doesn't. At least not the ones I like. And again, like I don't think I by myself can do that this alone. But I don't know, what is the other option? Like I think this is fine. Like even if as I say, like sway away like 90% of the people, I should still be able to make money to support me and my family. So that's fine. I think it's worth a try. And how can I select everything here? Right. Control Alt Shift J. Okay, how am I gonna? I mean, I think the attack is gonna be exactly the same as the 2D version. So what is that animator? I know, because like he was using the global position. Actually, let's ask. Yeah, DeepSeek here did a really good job to do the flip. Let's do and attack between the, yeah, whatever. Let's see what the twin attack it can, what it can do. No, I think this is way too different than what I'm thinking. Okay, I think I'll just do it by myself. So let's start with what we have with the 2D version. Let's forget about the events, about this. The attacker is always gonna be the card here. Actually, I don't need to do this. And I'm calling attacker, I guess that's our card. What did you use for card image generation? I tried almost all of them, to be honest. In fact, like many cards, for example, especially these, because like these, I think they're, no, okay, they're ordered by ID here. So in the beginning, they were like, I think I was using stable diffusion. I mean, most of it. But then, I mean, they still look very similar. That's the point. Like, I'm still trying to, like, they should. The goal is like they should not look that they were AI generated. And they also, again, not because I'm trying to hide, I'm very openly talk about this, but again, the point is like to not distract. Like, one thing about game is to be like immersive, right? So I don't think it matters which AI tool you use, as long as it can get the look that you want. In fact, for example, a lot of the, depending on what you want to do, like some AIs, like I don't know if they don't have that in their training set. Let's say, let me see if I can get some example. Okay, let's say something like this one. Let's say, oh, because like this is, I want to do a shadow, right? Maybe some AIs are kind of bad at using shadows, so I'll just use another AI image generator. I don't stick to one. I think most, the one I think is the best, I still, especially recently, I think ChatGPT, it's the best image generator. But the Nano Banana, which I, for some reason, again, I don't know if it's because I'm in Linux here, like I can't fix this error with Gemini, but I can use it on my phone. So I think Gemini, the image generator from Gemini now is really good as well. In actually, that's what I'm planning to be using from now on. But for example, something that is like you cannot do like transparent backgrounds. It just can't. Like, so either need to combine with multiple generators or just remove the backgrounds by hand in like in Photoshop, GIMP, whichever software you use. And you see, in a lot of so like, even though it's AI generated, a lot of I do like a lot of cleanup. Like normally it doesn't come this clean, especially with, because I say like I want the card model. If you look here, let me go to the actual, because like here, this is the basic structure of the card, right? So see, like the background is a thing, the model is another thing. So see, like I need the transparent background here. And also this, like the background is, it's based on the elements, so you want to combine them properly. But yeah, but anyway, just long story short, if I were you, I would either use the ChatGPT image generator if you want to play with it, or actually, to be honest, if you don't care about background transparency, just go with Gemini. Gemini is by far the best right now, and it's so good at keeping consistency, right? So you can get one image and say, oh, okay, give me the side view, make it bigger, make it smaller, put a tattoo on it, put some close, like, and it keeps the consistency in the model like perfectly, so that no other model can do that, period. And it's also, Gemini is quite fast compared to the other ones. Normally the other ones like takes like, I don't know, like 1 minute, 2 minutes to generate an image. From my experience, Gemini normally generates in like 10 seconds. And it's a lot more, I don't even think I reached a limit with Gemini. I mean, I didn't try that much, but with ChatGPT, at least on the free version, you, I don't know, you generate like 5 images and then you need to wait a day. I'm not gonna care about the step finish for now. I guess I'll just do the same thing here. So is attacking no. Because I'm not sure I'll keep the same structure as the 2D thing. I kind of want to do from scratch and do it properly. But I still need something to like functioning to see, like to be able to direct. So if it's attacking, return. And then when finished, we just do is attacking equals false. And here we do is attacking equals true. Yeah, I think this orange here makes no sense to do this in 3D. I think we just use the position, right? Because like that's the whole origin plus location plus buffer. Yeah, let's just comment this for now. And this one as well. So all we want to do, so var origin was, let's say, card position. In the direction, so let's comment this out again, duplicate. So this is the target, the position. So this is the destination, I guess. Okay, let's call location, but this name is terrible. Target position minus origin. Okay, yeah, we just do the normalize, and then we don't need this step. We just do here direction. Actually, I guess this set the battle speed. I should do this in every tween. For now, I just always pull one here.
destination target. I'm not using the direction at all. Buffer. Did it take more time to design the game or to code it? I mean, they basically happening at the same time, right? Because like, for me, like the main, so there are many things that I think I'm doing different than like your average game out there, and that affects a lot on the design, like time, decision, so to speak. So I know, again, like I know the crypto is not a big part of that, but one thing that, in my opinion, is a prerequisite to make a crypto game work is you need to solve the bot problem. And basically, to every MMO also suffers from like bots ruining the economy. So a lot of the design that I like, that this, I mean, this constraint of like designing the game that needs to be like to have a sustainable economy, even with bots and multi accounts in place. So that takes a lot of time and effort, not because like you have an idea and you implement it and it's like, but then you think, oh, actually this can be exploited like this way or the other. So when you, and this is a non-negotiable, like this needs to work. So a lot of the time, like I implemented some things and then like I was like, okay, it's not gonna work, and then I go back. So a lot of it is just together, like it's, you code a bunch of stuff, like you have the idea, you code it, implement, try it, see if that works, see if that doesn't. Of course, like ideally, like you just implement like a prototype thing, just to get an idea. But right now, I think it's quite set. I don't think, at least like the base, is not gonna deviate much from what it is. So now it's, most of the time is, there's not much talking about design anymore. It's mostly just coding. I mean, not just coding, like within, like let's say doing with assets, like doing polish, right, with particle effects, or I still am not happy with the UI, so probably need to redesign the whole UI. And but yeah, I mean, normally it's faster. Like now, like I'm coding very slowly. For me, mainly because like again, like I'm not super familiar with 3D, especially in Godot, and also I'm not very used to streaming as well. So and also I switched to Linux, so I'm also very recently. So I'm, for example, this ID here that I'm using, Rider, I never used it before, so I'm getting used to the shortcuts and just Linux in general. But yeah, anyway, the short answer is like most of the time now it's just coding. And to be honest, like I don't know, like I don't really struggle with ideas. I think is like ideas, what is the expression? It's kind of like ideas is free, like implementation is everything. There is something like this, and I kind of believe it. I think ideas is It's not that they're useless, they're worth nothing. Like they're very important. Like but the implementation, that's the hard part. Like the execution, right? Anyway, I think this attack here should work. I mean, let's try it. How are we gonna do it? If we click on the card, if we drag the card, I don't know how can we make it easy for us to try here an attack. I mean, we could also click 2 times. Like, let's say we can click on this card, and then issue the attack. Oh no, okay, let's just, if you click one card, it's gonna attack the equivalent card. So let's say this card is gonna attack this one, this card is gonna attack this one. Or maybe it's gonna be crossed here. Anyway, but yeah, let's do this. This should be very easy to implement, to test it. Let's stop with this flip here for now. So now we do an extra here. So we do mouse. What do you call it? Is it input? Do I need to get like the input event? How to, what is the 3D thing here? Card flip on 3D. How to get mouse click. No. And where was my, the place where you had the mouse here? Whatever, let's create a new chat. How to detect mouse click on 3D object if area 3D in C# Godot. Okay, input event. Okay. Input event. So handle input event. Always remember to remove it. Event. What is the type here? Okay, it's just an input event. Okay, if it's a mouse event, if it's pressed. Don't they have like a just pressed? Pressed. Just. Okay, fine, pressed. Okay, here we do, let's say, every 3D dot position. What's the problem? Ah, no, okay, it's this whole signature here on the method. I thought it's just. Okay, why is it still complaining? Void. Input of. Like this looks weird. I think it's this should be like input event handler. This one 3D, right? And then can we get the event here? Or is this the is it input event? Yeah, where is the signal? So I exited. And I don't know how to check this in writer. Well, let's so input event handler. So collision object 3D. Collision object
input event. Yeah, it's this whole thing. So camera node. And just call node. Input event, vector 3, and okay, yeah, this, why is it still complaining? Expect a method with void and do input event signature node, input event vector 3 long. Let's do camera 3D here, and it's just like this is long. Okay, let's give it back to node here then. You're happy? Okay, everyone's happy. Let's try it. So I clicked. Okay, perfect. Now let's try to actually like attack then. So we're gonna do our card animator dot attack. And the target. Uh, do I have the arena here in this card instance? No. What is it? Because like in the 2D version, I have a combatant. Rene, for now, let's just do the card. Let's just pass the Battle 3D stage. No, we don't need to do the whole stage. I think we just, and actually I don't think we need the animator here for now. Just pass the arena to every card, right? So let's turn this into a scene. Sequential scene, arena 3D. And then here, it's an arena 3D. All we need to do, I guess, is just expose the public battlefields and we should be fine. Yeah, so the only difference, so instead of the battle stage, getting the battlefields, we put that into the arena. And we make them public. And private here. Actually, how can I remove
is there a shortcut? Unused directives. Whatever. Just use this one for now. Uh, do you want the whole battle info? What do we have in battle info? Daytime players info. I mean, I can definitely see using the position effect. So, okay, let's just pass the whole battle info to the arena. So we do a public void init battle info, battle info. And we just do battle info, battle info. Okay. This should be fine. So here instead we just call our need to get our arena. We do arena 3D. Not every 3D, arena. Arena 3D. Arena. Arena 3D. Node. Yeah. What is the problem? Because I just named arena. Okay, arena. Then we do arena dot. I think they all happen. I think I need to do an update. It's like this. Update. Battle detail dot battle info. Change this here to update. And then we update. That's where when we populate. What is complaining here? Okay, attack. Now here we also want our reference to the arena. So we want arena 3D, arena. But then here on the update, What am I instantiating this on the battlefield? And the battlefield needs a reference to the arena as well. I mean, if the battlefield has maybe the so okay, maybe the card doesn't need a reference to the arena, it just needs the battlefield, and I can get it from there. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but let's do it. Arena goes to the battlefield. What is the card here? I didn't even get the arena anyway. Okay, so fine. No, but it's not gonna be here. So here when I update, I'll place the arena, 3D arena, and the team in here, arena equal arena. And this is public, private. Yeah, now I'm starting to slow down. I think I'll like once I get this attack working, I'll take a break. So I'll pass this. So here we're gonna get does our battlefield does the team have an ID? No, it's just a list of cards. I'm doing this wrong. Again, this is basically how I did in the 2D version, but given I'm doing it again, like, is there a better way to do it? Like, because again, either the responsibilities is on the card or it's on this orchestrator. Okay, I think I'll just think about this off stream and then I'll come back and implement this. So let's just commit this real quick. Everything. Okay, anyway, thanks for anyone watching, if there's anybody, and I might come back later today.